Well, good morning, everyone. It's 19 minutes past the hour. Paul Dimkowski filling in for Gary this morning, and he told me before he left, he said, just play some Christmas music till the bottom of the hour, and then you'll go into Wheel and Deal. And I said, okay, I can do that. And so I'm sitting here trying to find some Christmas music. What should I play? And then I realized, no, wait a minute. Today's United Way Day. So I've got the folks here from the United Way. I don't have to play music unless you guys want to sing. Is there any songs you want to sing?
But does it have to be Christmas music?
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, this time of year, yeah. I have to do that.
Then we'll pass for today, but next time.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind. We'll put you down. But we have Andy Green from the United Way. He's got a guest in Chelsea with us this morning. So, Andy, start things off. What's happening at the United Way today?
Yeah, we are halfway through our fundraising campaign. Our goal is to raise $300,000 to go back into the community. And right now, we are over $150,000. We're somewhere between 160 and 170, I think. And so we're making some solid progress on the campaign. And I know this is a very giving time for people, and we know that our community has a lot of need. And if you're looking for something to do during the holidays and a way to give back, feel free to give us a call or pop into our office, and we'll make sure that we get you set up.
Now, where are you located at then?
We are the second floor of U.S. Bank in downtown Clem, right across from the Great Revivalist Brewery. Mm-hmm. And we're usually up there, so even if you just want to pop up and say hey, we're up there.
All right, terrific. And, of course, you got a big fundraiser planned for later this week, right?
Yeah, so Lyondell is a great supporter of the United Way. And a couple weeks ago, they put on a trivia night that benefited the United Way. And on Friday night, they are putting on a bingo night to benefit the United Way as well. It's going to be at 6 o'clock at the Rusty Barrel. And I believe it's a $40 buy-in, but we're going to have some awesome prizes that night, and it's going to be a real fun night to not only just have some fun before the holidays, but also give back to the community.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Bingo is kind of making a comeback, isn't it?
Yeah.
People get into that now. Before it was just churches and things, but now it's like everybody's doing bingo for fundraising, that and team trivia type of stuff.
Oh, and team trivia is my bag. That's where I shine. So,
well, let's bring Chelsi into the conversation. So, welcome to the program. And what's your contribution to the United Way?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I've been with United Way for about a year and a half now, and I do the marketing and campaign coordination.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a good time. Like Andy said, we're just about 162,000 into our campaign, so that's more than halfway there. Bingo night is going to be awesome. Hopefully bring in a bunch more, and we've had a lot of community impact and a lot of community members reaching out and donating, and it's really helpful.
So what's your kind of job that you do on a regular basis then?
Have you met Andy? I just keep Andy in line most of the time.
That is 98% of the job.
Say no more. Yeah, we got it.
Andy is the wheel and I'm the grease, I guess I would say. I do all of the marketing. I work closely with our campaign chair, Ethan out of Lyondell. He is amazing, and our campaign wouldn't be anywhere where it is right now without him. So I work closely with him and kind of just do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Usually not the radio girl, that's for sure.
First time being on the radio,
Yeah.
so we'll try to make it as not as scary as possible.
You know, Andy always told me I had the face for radio, but
I've never said that.
Well, we know Andy has the face for radio.
That's 100% accurate.
Yeah. But what kind of ideas or what kind of marketing strategies do you come up with then to try to come up with some fundraisers and things? Or do you set things up like a bingo? Is that kind of your job?
Bingo is from Lyondell.
Oh, that's right.
So I will market the bingo, but that's all of them. For Forks and Pork, we just do fun outreach things. I like to get into the community. I like to take pictures. Lately I've been working a lot with AI, which is fun, and just kind of knowing our community and getting the word out where we can.
Well, that's really taking off, the AI thing. So talk a little bit about that. How do you incorporate AI now into
Right. So
what
we
you
can
do?
use AI to see how many times you're clicking on our website, to see how many times you're visiting Facebook, what posts are getting the most attention, what time, and really the need in the community and where we're not reaching, right? So I use that to my benefit by trying to reach out to those places.
Well, I know AI is starting to make an impact into radio a little bit because I get solicitations all the time from these companies that say, well, we can supply you an AI DJ that sounds just like they're live people in your studio. And I'm like,
It takes away that connection.
Yeah, we really don't want an AI person working here. I'll lose my job.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was.
But we do, we incorporate it a little bit just to, get some different voices on commercials or things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
I
fun
admit
and
that.
useful. I taught a class on it on one of our nonprofit summits and how you can use it to help grant writing and just really help benefit your nonprofit.
Yeah, and if you use it as a tool instead of like a replacement for something,
Right.
It's a fantastic tool. Now, if you're relying on it to replace things, then that's where I think there's real problems. But if you're like, hey, I can utilize this to make my job easier or to finish this task, then there's real application for it.
Yeah, that's what I like, kind of dabbled in it for that reason because, we're kind of still in the Wild West of trying to figure out how this is going to work,
Yeah.
how to apply it to our society and that sort of thing.
Right.
So you said you're a little over halfway to your goal for the United Way. Now, how long does that period go through?
We try to have everything wrapped up by the end of March.
By the end
We
of
are
March.
always fundraising. We're always collecting funds, but we want to have everything wrapped up by the end of March because by the end of March we start our community review process.
Mm-hmm.
So all of our agencies have to apply for funding every year, and they do that in February and March. Actually, February 15th is the kickoff is when our application opens, and so they have until March 15th to apply, and then everybody does a presentation in front of a panel of community volunteers and leaders, and that starts in the last couple weeks of April. So I mean, we by that time we like to know what we can hand out to our agencies. Just this past week we started handing out. So the first check, everybody gets 4 checks. The first check comes out in December, and so this past week we started able to give out our first check from last March's applications.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, it's been and that's a great thing is when we're able to actually, hand out the funding that we've been collecting. That's a great day for us. So,
And just so folks know that when they make a donation to the United Way, it stays in the local community. It
yeah,
goes to
everything
local-
stays in Clinton County.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's, if people wonder, well, if I give a donation and it goes to Chicago or California or something, no, it stays local right here in the area.
Right. We have way too much need in Clinton County, and so everything stays in Clinton County where we can really help our community.
Yeah, the cool thing about United Way is I always refer to it as a garden, right? You're not just going to tend to one part of your garden. And when you donate to United Way, you're flourishing our whole garden of our community. So
Yeah.
a bunch of different nonprofits that touch on a bunch of different needs that Clinton needs, Clinton County.
Yeah. Let's touch a little bit on that. What are some of the places where the money will go and kind of organizations that apply for the United Way funding?
Well, we have 3 different branches that we look at: education, financial stability, and then health and wellness. And we have about 20 agencies across those 3 branches. Now you have the YWCA, that they have things within all 3 of those branches. Information referral, we work with a lot, and there's a DeWitt referral as well, and they're doing fantastic things out in DeWitt. But if we go into education, we have AmeriCorps reading programs in the Clinton schools in Northeast to make sure that kids can be at a 3rd grade reading level by the time they graduate 3rd grade. We have the Dolly Parton Imagination Library that I'm a big fan of. Women's Health and Family Services, that's doing fantastic work out on Lincoln Way there, so that they can get health care out to people that need it within our community. Skyline Center, helping with people with special needs. We could talk about these guys all day long. There's just so much happening out in our community and so much need. But the cool thing is And we could talk about the need all day long. The need would be so much worse if there wasn't all of the people working every day to help people. We have people throughout the county that are firing on all cylinders, helping people all the time, and we want to make sure that we are supporting them and making sure that they have the funding and the needs and the help and everything that they can do to get people some help.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. And now this is the holidays, as you mentioned, is a time when people feel a little more giving. So do you find that your fundraising picks up at this time of year? I know you raise year-round. So our campaign kicks off in like August, and a lot of workplaces do workplace campaigns, and they do that throughout like October and November. So it's really this like Thanksgiving to Christmas timeframe that we get a lot of those donations in. But it's people that are doing campaigns and stuff all throughout the fall. So I do think that we get a lot in December, but also we do a lot of payroll deduction. And so it's people planning for a 12-month year of 2025. And so getting those in before the end of the year as well, so that people can plan for all 12 months. It's all a big puzzle. Yeah, that's, I forget about that the payroll that's tax deductible, right? That they give contributions just directly that way. So a lot of, I know businesses do that. So.
Yeah.
No, that's great. So as we're getting down to the closing seconds here, are there any last minute things you want to mention or make sure you get in that we didn't talk about?
Well, one thing is today and tomorrow, the Holiday Network is going on at the Clinton Church of Christ. That's a network run through RSVP of, in Scott's Tots, and there's the different toy drives that all go towards the Holiday Network. But that's all happening today and tomorrow at the Clinton Church of Christ, and that is just a fantastic resource within our community to make sure that kids are getting not only toys under their tree, but also clothes and underwear and maybe some boots and food. And so it's helping families in our community have a great Christmas. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to them this week as they're out there doing some solid work.
And, of course, don't forget about the bingo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bingo Friday night at the Rusty Barrel.
All right, sounds good. Well, Andy and Chelsea, thanks for being our guests today on the United Way Show.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
Us.
All right, thank you.
KROS 1340 AM, Clinton, Iowa, FM